Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for watching. This is the beautiful bunting wreath we're going to make today, but before we get to that, there are some housekeeping things to talk about. So, one, if you watched yesterday's video, between 6:02 and 6:40, I had two voiceovers going. I do not know what happened, how I missed it, and it wasn't even the voiceover for that section. It was like for a whole different section. So, I don't know. I apologize for making that mistake. Secondly, right at the end, I always go, oh, by the way, go to DIYDion.com, blah, blah, because I forget to say, go to DIYDion.com. We're running 25% off for Memorial Weekend. And in fact, I'm going to extend it to all day tomorrow because I don't properly promote it. But there are some new items on there. We've got the mesh, which I've had for a while, but I'm adding some home decor, some candles, some different things. So check out DIYDion.com. And the coupon code is 1234 at checkout, and you'll get 25% off of a $30 minimum purchase. I also want to explain that my hands are filthy. I have been putting in floor all day. This is going to be my new warehouse area. I'm going to get some shelving in there, but I was laying that floor and painting this room for the last several days. So forgive me, my hands they're beat up and my nails are filthy, so you might even see dust on my arms. I don't even know. It's just been crazy. But to make this wreath, we are going to need some red, white, and blue mesh and a Dollar Tree wreath frame, and we're going to cut that wreath frame in half. And so just with some snips, and if you just twist it, it doesn't take too long. I always think, how many twists does it take to pop it off? That makes me think of that Tootsie Roll commercial from back in the day. If you don't know that commercial, say so in the comments, I'll tell you about it. But I wanted to show you this, that I was holding it on the side where the crossbar was further from me. It goes much better if you hold it right there by the crossbar, because it's just too floppy when you're holding it on the other side. So hold it by the crossbar, and then just give it probably 4 or 5 twists, and it usually ends up breaking off. It's worth saying that this wreath is not for the faint of heart. Getting prepared is pretty crazy. So I wanted to go a little further from the crossbar and cut it off so that I could go in and bend those little pieces back so that they weren't just poking up. And you can see here, I'm going to use my little pliers. And these are actually my smallest ones. I would have used a bigger one, but they're in the room where I've been pulling up carpet and laying floor all day. But just don't go too close to the crossbar. So just kind of give it a bend back because, well, you don't want to go too close because you might, break it. Yep, it broke off. But that's happened before. And I just take a pipe cleaner, kind of wrap it around, put a little Band-Aid basically, wrap it from one side to the other, and then I'll end up putting some hot glue on it. So this video was all over the place, so you can see I've already cut mesh, but I haven't even showed you that I cut mesh, but my hot glue was heating up, so I wanted to show that here. So I cut all the mesh while it was heating up. I extended a pipe cleaner and then created a kind of a brace or a bar from one side to the other. And then I also did one right below it. So there were 2 of those. I added a touch of hot glue to the second level one just so it wouldn't slide up and down the bar. And I'll show you that here in a sec. But also, there's a point where I do some braces on these, and I'd already had mesh on it, so I would say at this point, go ahead and run some braces in the middle. I'll show you that in a minute. Then we cut our mesh. I go ahead and cut all 3 at the same time. Someday I'm going to make me one of those rollers where people put their mesh on, and then you just roll it out. Until then, I usually roll it out 20 inches at a time so that I can get 2 cuts. That makes it go a little bit faster. But if you can cut all your mesh at the same time and get 2 cuts out of each time you have to roll it, it goes pretty quick. That goes a lot quicker than making the little ringlets out of it. I really love the ring wreath though. I think somebody in one of the comments had mentioned one time, I think it's called a woodland ruffle. I told y'all, I'm so bad at knowing the names of these things because I'm just a crafter. I just improvise. I just do what works. And now that I'm actually making videos, I need to do more research and know what I'm talking about maybe. And just bend all your pipe cleaners at one time and then separate them out. That just makes it easier when you're trying to use them. Then you don't have to have an extra hand to bend them. I'm just going to show you one of these because you guys know how to do this. But I always twist them so that the rings are poking up. But you're just going to do a lot of those. I'm going to, at the end, kind of tell you how many of each one and show you where they go on a different wreath frame, just so this all makes sense. Once it's over, it makes so much more sense than at this point. I will also put that information in the description because, like I said, it is a lot of information to remember. But you just put 2 red ones in the center, and then we're going to put 2 white ones on the side of that, and all of that is on that little pipe cleaner that's across there. And there are the 2 white ones. And then on the side of that, on the first ring, the inner ring, actually kind of on the crossbar in between the inner ring and the second ring, we put 2 blue ones. I know I'm kind of out of frame for this, but I do try to show you a couple of times and you'll see. But yeah, you just put that between the inner and the second ring. Now then, this goes on the crossbar between the second and the third ring, the white ones. Because on bunting, it's red, white, blue, white, red. I love bunting, and I hate glitter, and so I hate those glittery buntings. But then I wanted something with a little more sparkle, and so this just looks so pretty. And all you have to do is make about 100 of them to put around your house. You can see here now I'm adding in the little cross braces, and just attach it to the pipe cleaner that's on the top, and then just like wind it around, and then go down to the base. And then, like a big goofball, I put on one of the white ones, and then I made this cross brace, and then I added another white one. It's like, why didn't I put the cross brace before I added the second bundle? Who knows? So on that second bar that we created, there's only 2 white ones, but you know, it needed to be there because it has to kind of hang there in the middle. So again, you saw the picture when I was making this. I was sure hoping it was going to turn out as pretty as I think it did, because it was all over the place. Now we'll start seeing it actually coming together. When I did all the blue ones, those were all attached to the inner ring. And there were 8 total, 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and 2 in the middle. But again, I will put all that information in the description, and at the end I'm going to show you that. But you can see it's kind of beginning to come together. So then on the next one, we put all the white ones. And when I just made up all the bundles, and then I didn't even flip this around except to look at it when I was finished with a row, because I put all the blue, now I'm just going to put all the white ones, and then I put all the red ones while it's facing the other direction. Because you can manipulate it and put them the way they need to be once you turn it around. But this was really pretty easy once you got all the bundles made. And then once you figure out how many of each one to put where. Well, in looking at it, I must not have shot the footage where I told you where to put each thing, but I'll explain it here, and then like I said, it'll be in the description. There are 13 red, 13 white, and 8 blue. There are 2 red in the middle, 4 white ones kind of on that other ring, 8 blue ones, and then 9 white ones, so 3 in each section. And then there are 11 on that outer ring. So it'll be in the description and it'll make more sense. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you so much for being with me on this 4-part series, and we will catch you on the next one.